Senate will come to order. The senators will please take their seats. Senators and all in attendance will please stand for a moment of silence. Senators will remain standing and be led in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America by Corinne Sloan, Assistant Journal Clerk, Senate of Virginia.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk will call the roll. All those in attendance will please record their vote aye. The clerk will close the roll.
You have a quorum, Mr. President. Senate Journal for Wednesday, August the 19th, 2020.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Senator from Bedford, Senator Newman, moves that the reading of the journal be waived. All in favor of waiving the reading of the journal will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 37, noes 2.
Ayes 37, noes 2. The reading of the journal is waived. The clerk will report any communication from the House of Delegates.
We do not have any, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The clerk will report any communication from the governor.
We do not have any, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The senator from Franklin County, Senator Stanley.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the body. I rise in a morning hour posture, if I may.
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, members of the Senate, last night I got a text, and it felt like a breakup text, actually. It said, "Hey, buddy, I wanted to let you know that the special session will be my last day of work is the 27th. I appreciate having you as a friend, and I will keep in touch. Thanks for everything." And it saddened me immediately, and so I made a phone call to make sure that that person that had sent me this breakup text was going to be here present today, and I asked his boss, Colonel Pike, if we could not make him available here in the session, because for many of us, Mike Kirkpatrick, or Big Mike as we know him, has always brightened our day. Every time that we would walk in to the chamber, every time we would walk in to the GAB or the Pocahontas building, and there was Big Mike, no matter what the stresses were, what the problems were, might have been that day, why we might not have been in a good mood, maybe we wanted to be left alone, but number one, he would never leave us alone, and number two, he always brightened our day. He made everything better. He makes everything better. He is a gentle giant and a wonderful man, and someone that I am honored to have met in my decade here in the General Assembly and to call friend. We have spent a lot of time hanging out, not just in the Senate chamber or in the GAB, but also we've hung out and watched racing together. I remember one time I invited him over here when we were down here for the Daytona 500. And Mike came dressed up in the most wonderful outfit. It was orange tennis shoes, bright orange shorts, and a matching bright orange shirt. He looked like the largest traffic cone I had ever seen in my life. But when I got this news last night that he's retiring, while I'm always happy when someone has fulfilled their obligation for their job, I am saddened, because he always was that ray of sunshine, even in the darkest days here in the General Assembly when we're doing our job. And so I wanted to recognize and actually have Big Mike come out here so that the Senate could recognize him as just not doing a great job protecting us, which all the Capitol Police do, but also being our friend, raising our spirits, and filling our heart with love and joy and friendship. So, Mr. President, I would ask that this body recognize one of the great pillars of the Senate and of the General Assembly generally, a man who has kept us safe, kept us laughing, and we want to wish him Godspeed in his retirement. I tried to talk him out of it last night. It didn't work. but others may be more persuasive in this body to try to keep him here in any way we can. I do want to announce that because Mike has retired from the Capitol Police, my legislative chief of staff, Richard Krause, has been fired, and I have a new legislative chief of staff, and his name is Big Mike Kirkpatrick. So, Mr. President, if you extend the warmest welcome and a hug, as he would hug us, to our friend, Big Mike Kirkpatrick.
Thank the senator. Would Mike Kirkpatrick please come within 6 feet? Thank you, Mike. God bless you. Do any other senators wish to be recognized in the morning hour? Seeing none, resolutions, petitions, and bills are now in order. Is there any other business to come in the morning hour? Seeing none, the clerk will call the calendar.
Senate calendar for Thursday, August the 20th, 2020. Uncontested calendar, Senate bill on second reading. Senate Bill 5036, a bill relating to alcoholic beverage control, local special events license, limitation on events during public health emergency. Reported from the Committee on Rehabilitation and Social Services.
Senator,
I'm sorry.
Senator from Prince William County, Senator McPike.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Bill 5036 be engrossed and advanced to its third read.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the bill be engrossed in advance to its third reading? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is engrossed in advance to its third reading.
Regular calendar, Senate bill on second reading. Senate Bill 5032, a bill relating to assault and battery penalty. Reported from the Committee on the Judiciary with a substitute.
Senator from Eastern Fairfax, Senator Surville.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the committee substitute.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the committee substitute be adopted? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee substitute is adopted. The senator from Eastern Fairfax, Senator Surville.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the bill be engrossed and advanced to its third reading.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the bill be engrossed in advance to its third reading? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is engrossed in advance to its third reading.
Uncontested calendar, Senate bills on first reading.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I move that all Senate bills on first reading on the uncontested and regular calendars, pages 2 through 5, that Senate Bills 5068 through Senate Bill 5042, that the rules be suspended and the first constitutional reading be dispensed of the titles be dispensed with.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the rules be suspended and the first reading of the titles of Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars, pages 2 through 5, Senate Bill 5068 through Senate Bill 5042 be dispensed with? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 40, noes 0.
Ayes 40, noes 0. The reading of the titles is dispensed with. Senior Senator from Fairfax County, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I now move that those said bills go by for the day.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars now on second reading go by for the day? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bills will go by for the day.
Regular calendar, Senate bills on first reading. sorry.
We did all that together.
It's memorial resolutions.
Sorry, I'm out of practice. Memorial resolutions. Senate Resolution 514, celebrating the life of R. Wayne Browning Sr.
Mr. President, I move passage of the resolution.
Senator from Accomack, Senator Lewis.
Move passage of the resolution, Mr. President.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall the resolution be agreed to? All in favor of agreeing to the resolution will do so in the usual manner. The resolution is agreed to.
Senate Resolution 515, celebrating the life of David McMath Parker.
Senator from Accomack, Senator Lewis.
Mr. President, I move passage of that resolution.
Thank the senator. All in favor of agreeing to the resolution will do so in the usual manner. The resolution is agreed to.
Commending resolution, Senate Resolution 520, commending disabled American veterans.
Senator from Spotsylvania, Senator Reeves.
Thank you, President. I'll move the committee resolution as
Thank the senator. Question is, shall the commending resolution be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The commending resolution is agreed to.
Supplemental calendar number 1, uncontested calendar, Senate bills on first reading.
Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I move that all Senate bills on first reading on the uncontested and regular calendars, as pages 1 and 2, Senate Bill 5047 through Senate Bill 5045, that the rules be suspended and the first constitutional reading of the titles be dispensed with.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the rules be suspended and the first reading of the titles of Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars, pages 1 through 2, Senate Bill 5047 through Senate Bill 5045, be dispensed with? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senator desire to change their vote? Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 39, noes 0.
Ayes 39, no 0. The reading of the titles is dispensed with. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I now move that those said bills be passed by for the day.
Thank the senator. The question is, shall the Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars now on second reading go by for the day? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bills will go by for the day.
Mr. President.
Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, sir. Could we stand at ease just for a moment, please, sir?
Thank you, Senator. Without objection, the Senate will stand at ease.
As soon as we adjourn, my guys are gone.
All right,
So have you all got a game plan? Mr. President,
Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Mr. President, I rise for purposes of an announcement, please, sir.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would invite each and every member of the Senate Republican caucus to immediately retire to the amphitheater for a prayer session.
Yes. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw. Would you like to recess?
At this time, I'd yield to Senator Locke.
Senator from Hampton, Senator Locke.
Mr. President, I'd like for the Senate caucus to also adjourn to our place for a caucus meeting.
Thank the Senator. Does Senator from Northern Fairfax, Senator Howe, would you like to call for a recess? Any interest calling for a recess?
Mr. President, I move for a recess for 15 minutes.
Senator from Rockingham, Senator Obenshain.
30 minutes.
Senator calls for a recess for 30 minutes. Without objection, the Senate will stand in recess for 30 minutes. Senior Senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, before we adjourn, I thought I would go over the schedule with as it stands today for the next week. We will be adjourning today, and we will come back next Wednesday. Plan on being here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And of course, we'll see where we go from there. The Senate Finance Committee will meet virtually on Monday to go over several items, including one dealing a separate amended type budget item, a second budget, dealing with the change, the election law changes, which is the money for the voter mailing and the drop boxes, things like that, the pre-addressed envelopes. So as a result of that, any changes to the election laws have to be, I think, signed by September, no later than September the 4th, because you can't make changes within 60 days of the general election. So that's what the schedule is. You all, and any changes, of course, you'd be notified immediately. But as of right now, we will be adjourning today, plan on coming back on Wednesday, okay? And we will more than likely be here at a minimum Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll start getting House bills probably Thursday or Friday, and we'll still be voting out ours. Several other committees, I know Commerce and Labor's got just a couple of bills. We'll probably deal with them next Wednesday. Some of the other committees, if their agenda for Senate bills is not done, you'll be notified by the chairman. More than likely those meetings will be virtual, but they may be also on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. So that's where it is right now. We won't be here tomorrow. We won't physically. We won't be here Monday or Tuesday. All right? Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the Senator. Okay. Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, Mr. President. If the gentleman would yield for a question just for my clarification. Please.
Senator Yield.
You talking to me?
Yes, sir, please.
I didn't recognize the term, Mr. President.
I know that preamble confused you, sir, but that's all right.
The gentleman yields. Senator has the floor.
This rearranging of the scheduling has come about primarily as a result of that mail-in voting bill. My question is, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, do you contemplate that we are going to take up other matters of legislation that go beyond just the mail-in voting?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank the Senator. For what purpose, Senator from Henrico, Senator Dunham, rise.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wonder if the Chairman of Finance would yield for a question.
Senator Yield.
I yield.
Thank you, Mr. President and Madam Chairman. I am just wondering, Madam Chairman, if the Finance Committee is going to be accepting and entertaining any member amendments for the budget during the special session.
I would reiterate what I've been saying for several weeks is no, we are not.
Thank you, Mr. President, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Is it time for a point of personal privilege?
Certainly. Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, I've been in the Senate since 2013. This is one of the more unusual sessions we've had for the last couple of years. Greatly is the morning devotional. In the past, when we have not brought in ministers or pastors or rabbis or imams or whatever, we've had members lead our body in prayer. Folks, if we ever need divine guidance, we need it now. And I would hope that in future sessions, we will have members of our Senate or staff offer a morning prayer. I know I miss it, and I know others do as well. And I don't really care if you like the term thoughts and prayers, but folks, we need thoughts and prayers really bad right now. So I hope that we will go back to offering a morning devotional or an opening devotional before each session. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be recognized?
Mr. President.
Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, Mr. President. If I may follow up on the senior senator from Chesapeake's comments.
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, that subject came up during our brief caucus meeting, and I would share with Madam Clerk that there are at least 4 members of our caucus who have offered to deliver the morning devotion in an ecumenical fashion. Thank you, sir.
Thank the senator. Do any other senators wish to be recognized? Is there any other business to come before the Senate? Madam Clerk, are there any announcements on the desk?
The Judiciary Committee will resume their meeting 15 minutes after adjournment. Judiciary, 15 minutes after adjournment.
Mr. President, inquiry of
Senator from Bath, Senator Deeds.
are we going to have pro forma sessions during the break?
Yes, Senator.
Tomorrow, we will have pro forma at 10 o'clock, as Senator Lucas is getting ready to announce. And 2 members from the Richmond area have graciously agreed to be here at the Science Museum for that pro forma session that will last 5 minutes. And we'll do the same on Monday and Tuesday.
For purposes, a junior senator from Richmond City, Senator Morrissey, rise.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I don't want to speak for him, but I think my seatmate, Senator Pillion, is willing to be here for pro forma for Friday, Monday, and Tuesday as well.
The Journal will so reflect.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank the senator. Now I'd like to call on Madam President Pro Tem, Senator from Portsmouth, Senator Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the Senate do now adjourn until 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall the Senate stand adjourned until 10 a.m. tomorrow? All in favor of the motion will say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. The Senate stands adjourned until 10 a.m. tomorrow.